Hi guys, welcome back to today's vlog. So today I'll be taking you through ways you can regrow plants, or rather vegetables, at the comfort of your own home, especially during these hard times when we have things like crisis and inflation. I'm going to teach you how to survive by regrowing things from your kitchen scraps, like the way tuseme umekata kitunguu and then you throw that part of kitunguu yenye unakata. You don't necessarily have to throw it. If you have tomatoes, you can regrow tomatoes from that tomato that you have, and so many other things, akina pepper bell. So I'm going to take you through on how you can regrow vegetables at home at no cost. Kenye tu have kufanya ni kununua mchanga, si kununua mchanga, kutafuta mchanga and a bit of manure. But I can also make a vlog on how you can make, oh my god, my nephew, on how you can make your own compost manure at home. So come with me. Hey Baba, kikombe.
So guys, garlic is very easy to grow. You just plant it like so. Make sure you use a lot of compost. Space it while planting it. Also make sure you water it regularly, at least 3 days a week, and it will be good to go. Also, it grows really fast, but it takes at least 6 months for you to harvest. Onions can be so tricky to grow in soil, so I will recommend using hydroponic method. You will see why in a bit. You will also see from the timeline they take to grow in the soil, and when grown fast in water, then planted back into soil. So as you can see, onions take time to grow in soil. For the hydroponic method, you just take an onion, cut it the way you'd normally do. So the part that you throw away, do not throw it away, but cut it a little bit higher, place it in water with the roots facing downwards.
So for things such as scallions, some are rather vegetables such as scallions, before you plant them again after you've taken them out of the water, you have to make sure that they have grown new roots like this, so that they can grow more faster. Ndio pia take time kwa mchanga to grow other new roots. So this is how you plant them in soil. You just make a tiny hole, not deep, that deep, like that. Just cover the roots like that. So I've planted all these apart from these ones. These ones I planted like a week ago. So these are shallots, the red onions. Red onions take longer to grow in soil, and then scallions also take time to grow in soil, because you see these ones I planted like 2 weeks ago. So is in the inaanza kushoot. You see these tiny parts. Remember, they were in water before we brought them outside, so you have to manipulate them with lots of water so that they can continue growing under the same conditions.
2 weeks later, the scallions are doing so well, apart from 2. As for the red onions, unfortunately, only one survived. Can you imagine? I think me, these red onions nitaziachia tu watu wa Tanzania haki, because the red onions are such a headache. So guys, let's have a moment of silence. It's been 3 weeks and I think 4 days, and my scallions are doing so well. So this is another bunch of them that I used the hydroponic method. So now I'm planting them, and to be honest, I don't think I am going to be buying onions anytime soon. All you have to do is just place them in water for 5 days maximum and then plant them, and you will never run out of onions again. Can you imagine how awesome will that be? Guys, where do I start with this one? Tomatoes have taught me the true meaning of patience. Hazitaki makasiriko. It's been a rocky relationship with this one. Anyway, this is how you plant this bougie plant. You slice a tomato. Then you take one slice, place it in soil that has compost, then cover lightly and then water it. So guys, I did not put compost, unfortunately. 1 month later, my sister wakes me up and tells me your tomatoes are turning purple. Sema kupandishwa pressure na hii mmea. So if this happens, know your plant is lacking phosphorus. It means you need to add, or rather to feed it with compost manure. So my manure was dry. I added water and then I put the manure. I rather watered the plant. This is 1 hour later. The magic in compost. Tomatoes do really well when they are grown hanging, so you have to do this to your bottle and then you hang it on a wall. Also, there is a really great use for this shopping bag. We're using it in form of a cloth because, well, it's more of a cloth. You're going to see the purpose of it, the reason as to why we are using this cloth with the plant. Actually, let me just attach a video because if I try explaining, you won't understand because I also don't know how to explain it that well.
Tunanita Farmer Slay Queen.
So do you remember when I told you that this plant has taught me the real meaning of patience? Hey, this is where the patience comes in. You have to be tender and loving with this plant because if you don't, you're going to mess up the root system of this plant, and then when transplanting it, it's going to be a mess. So anyway, when I told you that I was going to show you the reason as to why we're using that cloth, the plant is dangling from outside. So the purpose of this cloth is to make sure that whatever you add to the bottle doesn't come pouring out. So I know you're wondering, why do we have eggshells there? So eggshells prevent calcium deficiency with tomatoes, which can be a huge problem. Also, by preventing this particular problem of calcium deficiency, you can be guaranteed plentiful of healthy harvest. So as you can see, after you've added the first part of the soil, you need to add some compost manure. Then you need to add another layer of soil, then another layer of manure. Trust me, if you don't give your tomatoes manure and the nutrients they need, you're gonna have a tough time with these plants. So guys, after you're done, hang your tomatoes and then water them generously, because remember this soil was very dry. If you're using moist soil, do not overwater them because the roots have a tendency of rotting. So make sure you water them. As you can see, the water is draining. Make sure you have soil that has a good drainage system. The water is going to drip down through the leaves. So guys, planting pepper bells is quite easy. This plant is quite easy to plant. So you just take a green, yellow or red pepper bell, cut it, and then you take the seeds, spread them on what is it called, on soil, then cover lightly and then water, then just leave it to sprout. So this is after 24 days. I was trying to get this whatever guy madhani fafa to check it too. I just lost track of thoughts. So what I was saying, I was trying to get these plants out of this bottle so that I can transplant them again. So while transplanting, and oops, yeah, it can be so messy. So what I was saying, while transplanting, make sure you fertilize well, and then after fertilizing, cover that fertilizer with light soil, and then what? Yeah, after covering with light soil, make sure that you have not messed up the roots, because you know the root is like the whole life of a plant, so make sure you have not messed up the roots. So after this, I watered it, but I did not overwater. Soil was already damp. So this is the end. I have transplanted so many of them. Yeah, because I'm hoping at least a couple of them will do. Finally, me and the lemon have had quite a good mother-son relationship. Needless to say, they're easy to grow. So you first have to germinate the seeds like so. You place them on a paper towel or a tissue, then you wet it lightly, then you place in a plastic bag, then lock it tightly, place it in a cool, dry but dark place for like 5 days. After it has germinated, you'll know when it has germinated. I know you can remember that science, you know. After it has germinated, just plant it, water it, and just leave it to grow. This is the coolest plant ever. So I'm going to transplant my lemons after 6 months. So this is how my balcony looks like. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any question or suggestion, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Let's stay innovative at home. Also guys, I'm already using some of my vegetables, especially the onions. It's so fun, so fun and rewarding.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day.
So guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Let's survive this pandemic, this crisis, this inflation together through being innovative at home. Bye.
You can take me high.